Hi, this is Jill Hope, and you are watching our Women with Wealth series. This is episode 13, and I'm so excited to be here with you today. What we're going to talk about today is something that I see show up in a lot of clients as well as in a lot of my colleagues. And it's around this idea of going halfway in on what you want. So hold on, we're going to get into this idea, and I can't wait to share my observations around what's going on there. But first, I want to take a moment to remind you that we are moving these videos onto our private Facebook group, Live Your Highest Level Life. So I'll be sending out an email, and I have actually sent one out. I'll send another one out to those of you that are in our Women with Wealth series so that you get the information and the links. You can join the group and watch the future videos there. If you don't know what I'm talking about or you're not receiving our emails, what you want to do is go to ishinewealth.com/women. That's ishinewealth.com/women, and that will get you on our notification list so that you can see what our upcoming episodes are, and you can get the link to watch them live in the Facebook group and interact with me and ask me questions. So let's get into this topic for today. So what I often notice, and I get a question around this an awful lot in my coaching practice, is when someone has a really big, heartfelt, soul-driven goal, feels very purposeful, it lights them up, they desire it, they make a decision that, yes, I'm going to go for this thing that I want. They start to make plans, they start to move forward, and then the inevitable obstacle gets in the way, or obstacles, as it typically is. You know, it might be something that happens in their personal life that kind of throws them a little bit off course, where they have to stop focusing on the goal to focus on dealing with the personal circumstances. It could be an obstacle that's specific to what they're working on, like maybe someone does give them the opportunity they were hoping for, or they get shut down by someone, or they write something or promote something that completely bombs, and they're thinking, well, maybe I'm just not meant to do this, or maybe I'm not cut out for this work. Or it could be something else altogether. It really doesn't matter what the obstacle is, it's what you do next that makes all the difference in this situation. And here's where the problem comes in, and where I see so many people making a mistake. And what people will ask me, and what I'll hear them, in coaching groups that I'm in, will be talking about is they'll say, is this a sign that I am not meant to do this? Because I made this goal, I've got this desire, I'm moving forward, and it seems like one thing after the other is hitting me, is stopping me, is creating chaos in my life, and I think it's the universe trying to tell me something. And what I have to say to that is absolutely not. That is never, ever a sign that you're not meant to do this. So why does it happen, and what does it mean when all of those obstacles and that chaos show up in your world when you're going towards a big goal? So let me tell you what this is, and I'm going to be really transparent, because I was the queen of seeing signs everywhere and misinterpreting these signs to mean that the universe wants me to do something else, that it doesn't want me to do what my heart and soul is telling me to do. I was also the queen of taking a bold action, doing something really kind of big and scary, and then sort of backing off after that, thinking, well, okay, I've taken the action now. Now the universe is going to step in and help me. And then I sort of wipe my hands of it. And the example that comes to mind is early on in the day, in the early days of my business, I would step into these really big coaching programs because I wanted to learn everything I could about running a successful business. And I wasn't willing to fail. I wasn't willing to not have this work out. So I invested heavily in getting really high-level coaches that could help me. And one of the things I noticed myself doing is that I would invest all this money, and then I would think, okay, I've invested the money. I'm totally in. So now this is supposed to all magically work out for me. And what I realized, and I didn't realize it until a couple years into this practice, is that I was not then doing everything that I was supposed to do to fully step in and back up that investment with my grit and with my commitment and my action. And I was doing myself a great disservice. I set myself back years and I lost a lot of money because I didn't make the most of those opportunities when I was in them. I would also explain away things that were happening as this is just a sign from the universe. I wasn't meant to do this after all. I'm meant to go in this different direction. And I wasn't sticking with what my heart and my soul and my intuition were guiding me to do. Big mistake if you really want to step into that life that you desire. Because the truth of the matter is, if you have a true heart and soul desire, and I mean true, it is coming from the right place. It is coming with the right motivation. It is coming from a place of inspiration. If you have that kind of desire, and we all do, and it seems like things are not working out, if it seems like the path is not clearing for you to do that, that is first and foremost not a sign that you're not meant to. Because here is the truth. The universe does not exert a will outside of you upon you. The universe doesn't have a goal for you that you are meant to step into. In fact, that's why we have free will. We were gifted free will so that we can choose, we can decide, and then the universe will step in and support us. In fact, the universe is always waiting for us to say yes, to commit, to decide what we're going to do. And what it does then is as soon as we make a decision, as soon as we commit to something, the universe then will support us in manifesting it. Because the universe always says yes. It always says yes to whatever your desires are. The problem is that a lot of times we'll make what we think is a decision. We'll start to move in a direction. We'll, put money down on a coaching program, or we'll start to take some actions in a certain direction, thinking that we are all in. And we then allow something bigger inside of us to take over. Now, that could be a fear, that could be a self-doubt, it could be a lack of belief in oneself, it could be a lack of worthiness. If any of those things are bigger than the desire, the universe is just simply going to respond to that. It's going to respond to whatever the clearest message is that you are putting out there. So if you notice that things aren't happening, or there's chaos ensuing, or everything's breaking down, or you're getting turned down or rejected left, right, and center, it means that not that you're not meant to do it, but it's a signal to look inside and see, where am I not fully committed to this? Do I really want this? Is it really a true heart and soul desire? Am I really committed to seeing this through and making this happen? And only you can decide that. The universe does not choose that for you. The universe simply says yes and manifests whatever you are putting out. If it was true that something that you really wanted was not working, and that was a sign from the universe that you shouldn't do it, do you know how many successful people would have never accomplished their goals? If you read any biography or autobiography of a successful person, someone who has truly achieved their heart and soul desires and really stepped into their purpose and really lived the life that they wanted to live, if you look at their stories, none of them got that without obstacles and without problems. They all had to overcome those obstacles. None of them said, "Oh, I guess I'm not meant for this." Not one of them said that, or you wouldn't be reading an autobiography about them. If Michael Jordan would have thought it was a sign that when he got let go from the high school basketball team that he wasn't meant to play, we wouldn't have shoes named after him. There are always obstacles in the path towards what you want. If you are seeing those obstacles as a sign outside of yourself that is telling you to stop, you will never achieve what you want to achieve, because there will always be those obstacles. There will always be those stepping stone failures on the way to the success that you want. So the way that I look at these things when they come up, and I do this with my clients, and you can do this for yourself, is when you see an obstacle, you first want to ask, do I really believe in what I'm doing? Do I really, really, at the bottom of my heart, want this? Is this what I want to be doing? And if you can honestly say that, yes, this is what I want, then I would ask, okay, what am I not bringing forth? Or what am I resisting doing or not doing that is keeping me from creating success right now? Is there something that I'm meant to bring more of into how I'm doing this? Is there a part of me that isn't really coming out yet? Am I not shining in some way, in a big enough, bright enough way that would allow this to be the success that I desire it to be? Because I guarantee you, you are holding back somewhere. There's something that is not being shared within you if it's not working out. So, those are some questions that you can ask yourself to get to the bottom of what's going on. But the biggest question is, do I really want this? And if the answer to that is yes, then you double down and you go all in on what you want. You don't want to half ass your dreams or you'll never receive them. So I hope this has been helpful for you today. And I hope this gives you a few places to look so that you can start to reframe that idea of, well, the universe doesn't want me to do it, into something that is more productive and helpful and allows you to achieve your goals. I mean, Jesus said it himself. He said, if you have the faith the size of a mustard seed, and you will say to this mountain, move from here to there, it will move and nothing will be impossible for you. It requires that you have faith. Your dream requires faith. And faith is not giving up when the struggles happen, because they will. And you've got to believe in what you desire, and you've got to believe in yourself if you want to create it. The struggles simply help you develop into that person that has the thing that you want. So if you really want it and you can say, this is absolutely what I'm creating and I'm committed to doing it, then double down, move through the challenge, and get the dream that you desire. You can do it. I believe in you. And if you need some help believing in yourself, trusting in yourself, and developing your faith and your perseverance and your ability to commit to what you want, let's have a Money Freedom Clarity Call. All you have to do is fill out the short application at ishinekids.com/money clarity. We'll hop on the phone and we'll talk about what your big goal or dream is, what you think's getting in the way of you having that, and I'll make one or two recommendations on what you need to focus on to get moving forward once again. And if I think I can help you beyond that, I'll let you know what that would look like as well. Quick announcement before we wrap up today. Next week, as I mentioned at the beginning of this call, these videos will be taking place in our Live Your Highest Level Life Facebook group. If you want the link to be able to get in on that group and to be able to ask me questions during the recordings of these weekly chats that we have here, you can go to ishinewealth.com/women, and I will send you the link to join us in that group. Until next time, take care, everyone. See you next week. Bye-bye.